LSG. LSG. Loser Saint-Germain. Lara Croft Saint-Germain. Anything you want. Their new name is LSG. Marcus. You allowed Marcus Rashford to beat you yet again in your crib. And we're going to talk Frank Lampard because I think for Frank Lampard, bro, whatever it is, this ain't working because that match was garbage. Let's get it on.
Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H.
Okay, look, man. It's your kid. It's the 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 kid here. Double H, half forward, trying to live, trying to exist, trying to stay alive, trying to be the best guy that I can be, man. And we're here to review both games and just pretty much review and recap what has been an exciting CL Champions League night and quite a shocking one. Look, man, let's just go right to start about because we're going to look at both games because I wanted to start off with Chelsea Sevilla to begin with. That is the one that I wanted to start off with, but it doesn't make sense to start off with Chelsea Sevilla based on just what occurred. And by that I mean, do you know how you view something a certain way and you believe that it's going to be that certain way and then it doesn't happen? Because what was my prediction? Because I think it's fair. We're going to start first with this whole PSG thing. Because that is how it should really go. Let's start first with PSG against Man United. My prediction was 3-1. PSG are going to outplay these guys. They're going to ball these guys. They're going to take these guys out. This is going to be a easy dub for PSG. It's going to be an easy dub for PSG. That's what that's what I thought. Because I was watching both games. But based on just how poor the Chelsea-Sevilla game was, which is what we're going to get into afterwards, I was actually really looking a lot more at what was happening in the Paris game. You see, I don't want the narrative to be sack Tuchel. Tuchel needs to go. PSG are trash. PSG are bad right now. They need another manager because that is the wrong way to go through. I am a fair man. And I thrive myself on being a fair, objective man. Because I feel like if I just have certain agendas here and I'm just so subjective, it's pretty much negates the veracity of this channel, which is, the tagline is, this is the home of football analysis. Solskjaer school took Tuchel. United were the better team. PSG were unprofessional, disorganized, and they relied on ISO football. Neymar, how many guys can you dribble? Mbappe, how many guys can you dribble? The best player on the pitch, the man of the match. You see, they'll give the man of the match to Rashford because people are idiots because they say, oh, who else goes to go against man of the match? The best player on that pitch, hands down, was Obi-Wan Bissaka. Obi-Wan Bissaka has to rank as one of the best defenders out there in terms of just pure, I'm here to tackle you. You can't get past me. This guy said, give me Mbappe, give me this project, I'm going to say, what's up? In terms of just defense, that's why I just like guys is, I'm not here about ball playing defenders, guys who are good on the ball. Keep that trash. Because I grew up in the 90s. I grew up in the 90s. I want guys where I am here to tackle. I'm here to defend. My job is you're not getting past me. And I take pride. I take a certain pride in ensuring that you, my friend, you are not getting past me. You're not getting past me. And Wan Bissaka was awesome. Wan Bissaka was absolutely, completely, totally awesome in this game. United played well. Defensively, they're just defensively their shape beautiful, absolutely amazing. Didn't allow anybody to say what's up. The way that they attacked, the way that they countered, just their overall play, I was like, this is quality. This is quality. And 100% they deserve to win this game. And it just goes to show where, remember, Solskjaer, he beats Guardiola 3 times. And he actually has a very good record against teams that are better. If he just knew how to beat the smaller teams and the medium teams, Solskjaer is an alright manager. So I just call him trash because you tend to lose against teams that you shouldn't be losing to. That's why I call that guy trash. But bro, man, I mean, like, because I'll get to PSG, but I just think for United, shocking. And look, man, Rashford. Before we get to Rashford, Juju. I don't want to say this was only Juju, but if United won 1-0, then I'll be like, UEFA, FIFA, bro, come on. Like, that's Juju. Navas, he saved it. But because United now have first dibs on, and they have like kind of like a white magic on VAR, they used their white magic to pretty bamboozle the VAR to say, nah, retake it again. So who's allowing them just to use this white magic without any body look? Because they are using Juju. It's witchcraft. But they didn't use witchcraft to win this game. They used witchcraft to get that penalty. They didn't use witchcraft to win this game. What do you want to say about Rashford, man? What do you want to say? So what? Look, you see, what Rashford did is what I look for like a Harry Kane. Because that is a big-time goal against a big-time team in their crib. That's a G. Now, I'm not going to say, okay, is that the best in the world? But Rashford did that because that is his goal. He really made that goal because Pogba was giving like a simple pass. So it wasn't like an assist or an amazing pass. Simple pass, but he created down that space, and that is against who I feel is Navas is top 5 keeper in the world right now. He's a top 5. So against a top 5 keeper, to execute a shot like that was superb. But for me, look, man, United, Fred was quality. McTominay was quality. Wan-Bissaka, best player on the pitch. Fernandes played his role beautifully well. And it's just so crazy that, you know what? It's like, it's a case of matchups. It's a mixture of matchups, and they're just some teams who play up to the opposition. Because this same United side, let them play Scunthorpe next Sunday, or let them play Kingsbury next Sunday. They'll probably lose 1-0 or struggle 1-1. But because it's PSG, it's in Paris, they just managed to raise their game. And this is a big win. So let's get into PSG now. You see, I don't want to be rude, but I have to be real. So PSG fans, are just relaxed. I'm not here to be rude. I have a duty, being the football analytical goat, just to tell you how it is. Mbappe needs to leave this club. Neymar, you can do whatever you want, but Mbappe, you need to leave this club. This isn't a real football club. It's a holiday camp. It's the Holiday Inn. It's not serious. They're not a serious club. PSG succeed by virtue of their talent. They don't succeed based on a team philosophy, a team ethos. Like Bayern Munich won the treble because of Hansi Flick's ethos that everybody, in a very concise, disciplined manner, adhered to. There is no discipline there. As I was watching the game, you just have guys dribbling. I am the biggest fan of dribblers, and I love dribblers. But the key to life and the key to football is you need to balance. So when I dribble, this is when I pass, this is when I now run into space. There was no cohesiveness there. The mandate just seems to be, if we're in trouble, give the ball to Mbappe, let him create something and shoot or cross. If we're in trouble, give the ball to Neymar, let him try and get past 2, 3, 4, 5 guys and make something happen. But you have to have more. That can be part of your plan. That can't be your plan. Okay? But it seems like for me, that is the plan. Where if in trouble, play ISO ball. ISO ball, ISO ball, ISO ball. And don't give me the fact that, they were missing a lot of key players and so forth. There were enough players on that pitch for PSG to defeat a Manchester United side who have lost to Crystal Palace and who got bomb slapped by Tottenham 6-2. So, like, I was just shocked by it because again, like, my prediction was, oh look, it's PSG. I know it's legal and everything, but look, man, they will slice and dice, do their thing, and just by virtue of their quality, they'll beat this United side. I was just shocked by just how bad PSG looked, how disorganized they looked, and just how all over the place they looked. They were all over the place, you know? And you can say it's the players who have indiscipline or who are not really properly listening to the manager, but I have to look at the manager because whenever you're in clubs like this, you need a strong voice and a strong disciplined voice. And I say to myself again, yes, PSG reached the CL final. Would they have reached the CL final if they faced far tougher teams than RB Leipzig and Atalanta? Shout out to RB Leipzig and Atalanta, but how good are those guys really? And I put out this tweet. I believe Mbappe might be declining. And the longer Mbappe stays in Liga, playing his trade in Liga, the more that he'll decline. And that's just me keeping 3 stacks. That is me keeping 300 stacks. The more he stays in Liga, the more this guy's going to decline. And he needs to leave Liga yesterday. He needs to leave Liga yesterday because it's not the same player I saw at Monaco. I told you. Wan-Bissaka said, what's up? Wan-Bissaka said, what's up? If you're the prodigy, you're the future of football, you're the future king of football, you cannot allow Wan-Bissaka to say what's up to you. You cannot allow. I know he's Wan-Bissaka. I know he's got the lightsaber. I know he's a Jedi. I get because he became a Jedi in this game. because we can have Wan-Bissaka and we have Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka said what's up. But if the project, you cannot allow Wan-Bissaka to say what's up to you. So look, man. No hate, no cap, no discussion. Yasser Said, kudos. You see, for me, I want to now avoid Yasser Said right now. And I'm praying that he's nowhere to be seen because I can't say anything to him. So, Marcus Ballon d'Or, Rashford, Marcus play Rashford, all that kind of stuff. I mocked him, I abused him. Even I still think that's still foolish, for now, I can't say anything to him because it's one thing to score a penalty. And I said, look, bro, okay, wow, you scored a last-minute penalty. Okay, it still takes nerves of steel, but look, it's a last-minute penalty. This was a clear from open. I told you, I don't count penalties. I don't count penalties. This was from open play. So this was a penalty is not a real goal. This was a real goal. He came in there, got that, scored a real goal. He did that. So I'm shocked. Because as I said in the preview, I said, you know what? I think PSG could be one of the favorites. Finalists last year, they've kept most of their players. I think Moise Kean looks all right. I don't think losing Thiago Silva is that big of a loss because they still have Kimpembe and Marquinhos. So they still have the key core of the team that can go again. But I think this is a wake-up call. Because, you see, look at the difference. PSG outplayed United in the Nightmare in Paris. They outplayed them, but they just choked. This United were the better team. The inferior team, based on man-to-man, but they were the better team. Tactically, they were better. Individually, they were better, and they just performed better on the day. And you see how much things can change in a week. When in Newcastle scored that opening goal, I was like, Ole's going to get sacked at Christmas. Ole's going to get sacked at Christmas. Fast forward, 4-1, 2-1, how things have changed. How things have changed in football. And look, I said again, I did not see these results coming. Like, nothing in my mind said these guys are going to win. Nothing in my head said that they were going to win. So look, man, I gave them the dub. And I already said Tuchel is wrong for this job. Tuchel is wrong for the job. I don't give a damn whether you made the CL final. Tuchel is the wrong man for this job. It should have been either a Mourinho, a Wenger, a Zidane, a strong mind, and an old school coach who is a disciplinarian and who can really pull all these guys in line. If you don't have that, it's just going to be a flipping joke, man. So let's take some questions, man. Let's take some questions from the crowd, man. Let me just sort this thing, and then we'll get to Chelsea Sevilla. Because I've got stuff to talk about with Chelsea Sevilla. I've got stuff to talk about. So what are you all saying, man? Oh, don't change the goalposts again with Rashford, the boys' class. I've given him his dub. I've given him his dub. So what more do you say? I've given him his dub. But so what? You want to now call him world class now? Relax. I've given the guy his dub, man. Oh Lord. Oh God. This is something I don't want to say. The things I'm seeing in this chat. Ole Juju is strong over Manu. No. His juju for that penalty was huge. That's what I call prime quality juju. That juju for that thingy was prime, man. Mbappe is overrated. Relax, chill. Relax, just chill. He just needs to leave PSG. Okay, let's not start saying stuff that we'll regret afterwards. Okay, let's respect a World Cup winner. Please let us respect a World Cup winner. That's all I ask you. Please respect a World Cup winner. As of right now, it's looking a bit too dodgy, but please respect a World Cup winner, all right? So let's not say things that we will regret right now because, look, it's not looking great. I'll be with you, it's not looking great. But he just needs to leave PSG. It is painful because I know how good this guy is. That's why I call him the prodigy. I don't give that title to anybody. So it is painful seeing him just waste his talents in this whole thing. Did you see the Us? I could only watch two games. So guys, you tell me about the Us. I mean, when we do questions and answers, you tell me about the Us because I didn't see the Us. I wasn't watching the Us. Don't spoil it for me because I won't because after I do this, I'm going to watch highlights. So basically, we'll do a recap of all the other games. If the Us, if you're saying the Us, then I will celebrate. From your boy SSI, thank you for the super chat, so guys. Please, for your super chats are very much thankful because your super chats are the donations that helps keep the football hot and me and the lights on in this whole thing, man. So thank you for all those guys who put in those donations for your boy. Donate to the football hot, man. Donate to the football hot. Let this thing survive. I'm giving you that content crack. Your boy says, Fred was the best midfielder on the field. By the way, can Tuchel bench a man like Pogba who's from Paris and still ball? It was a can Tuchel bench a man like Pogba who's from Paris and still ball? So, bro, as I said, I don't give a damn what Tuchel does. He shouldn't be in this job. He shouldn't be in this job. Because I blame him for the decline of Mbappe. Yes, I put it on you, Tuchel. You are responsible for the decline of Mbappe. If Mbappe declines, it's on you. It's on you. You are disrespecting a World Cup winner. Fred was quality. Fred was good. Because remember, there was one quality United counter-attack that they had where it was a good transition. I was like, oh, okay. Fred was all right. Fred was definitely all right. All right, let's see what else are you guys saying. From Mohammed Marjan says, it's not juju, it's the power of precious. My precious. Yes, it's not juju, it's the power. No. It's both. Because he's gone. So it is the power of precious and it's juju as well. So look, let's now move things over to Chelsea. That performance did not inspire me at all. Okay. I was not inspired at all by that performance. There was hardly any inventiveness. I didn't know what the strategy was. I didn't know what the personality was. But before we even get there, let's start with the lineup. Because, how you start is always a very important thing. Because, look, Sevilla didn't come to win the game. I think by the time it got to the 65th, 75th minute, I realized, okay, Sevilla, they're not here to win the game. Sevilla are here to get a point because they're playing away from home. So in Sevilla's point of view, it looks great because they know that they are very good at home and they feel, yeah, we can beat these guys at the crib. So as long as we don't lose, we're good. So for Sevilla, I think it's all well and good because I think when you play away from home, yeah, you want to win, but you don't want to lose. If you can get a draw, it's great. So the onus and the pressure was on Chelsea to say, what's up? So you have to first start off with the lineup. Why was Mount on the left and Pulisic on the right? Do you want to tell me? Mount offers nothing going forward. Because my thing is like this, is that you have to give yourselves the best chance to succeed. Hudson-Odoi is 10 times the winger and wide attacker that Mount is. Mount is a much better player centrally than Hudson-Odoi, but Hudson-Odoi is 10 times the player Homeboy is if they are now if it's out on the wing. So for Lampard, what is so wrong with playing Hudson-Odoi on the right, Pulisic on the left? And Pulisic, because see, the issue about it is that Pulisic played the first half and some on the second half out on the right. And he only had about 50 minutes out on the left. So really, Pulisic has only had maybe about half an hour played on the left and about an hour or more out on the right. So it is hard for him to get into his groove and get into his rhythm if he's not been fully played out on the left. So this is the issue I'm having with your boy here. This is the issue I'm having with your boy here. Why don't you play guys in their strongest position? What is wrong with not playing guys in their strongest position? It makes no flipping sense. Beyond that, as I said again, I knew what Sevilla were going to do. I thought they would be different, but that's what Sevilla do. They pass the ball around. They're very good defensively, very organized, play the ball very well, very technical team, but that's what they do. So the pressure was Chelsea, what are you going to do? I just was disappointed in the lack of imagination and creativity from Chelsea. And after 4, 5, 6 games, I don't know what the strategy is. Because the games that Chelsea have won hasn't been through tactics. It's just been through individual quality. And the only positive you can take from this is clean sheets. So I think this is the first clean sheet that a Lampard team has kept for 3,000 years. But as a manager, Lampard, when you're looking at that, you have to view that and say, you know what? Maybe we need a striker. You bring on Tammy Abraham with 5 minutes to go. Maybe you need a striker. Because this is football 1, 2, 3, football ABC. No other team can do what Spain did in the Euro 2012 because that Spain team had amongst the best passers in one team that I think the game has ever seen. Hence why they could play with a smaller forward and so forth. You should have viewed that and say, you know what, I need to make a big time decision, sacrifice either Werner, Havertz or so forth, bring in Tammy Abraham or bring in a Giroud, specifically a Giroud, and occupy that defense and bring in to allow Giroud to bring in midfield players. Because with Werner, Havertz, and so forth, that kind of smaller lineup it's mobile, but there's not much physical presence. They weren't moving around a very well-drilled defensive team because as good as Sevilla are on the ball, defensively they're underrated. They're a tough defensive team. And the pressure was on Chelsea to win. Because right now, Sevilla, you would say they're in the driver's seat to top of this group. Because if they assume they beat Rennes and Krasnodar, they believe that they can beat Chelsea in the crib. And Chelsea going to Seville, that is a tough place to go to try and get anything in Seville. So Chelsea, you have to win this game because you want to top this group because you don't want a situation where you now have faced a flipping Bayern Munich in the next round, which is what happened. But yeah, this team, there is no rhythm here. And Lampard can add to this issue or he can help it. He can add to this problem by changing position. Because for me, get Mount the heck off this team. Get this guy the heck off this team. Unless he's playing in the center, get this guy the heck off this team because you are messing with the chemistry because there was no reason not to start Ziyech in this game. He started, he's fully fit, play him. If he's unfit, which I don't think he isn't unfit, it makes no sense if he's unfit, because if he's fit enough to make the bench and he played 15 minutes on the weekend, he's fit enough to start this game, and they can maybe then bring him off after 60 or 70 minutes. Because what should happen is either you start Ziyech and you bring on Hudson-Odoi, or you start Hudson-Odoi and you bring on Ziyech. It's simple. Mount doesn't feature in this team, but Lampard, because of, I don't know whether it's English bias or English representation, or because he sees Mount as his surrogate child, he feels the need to fit and shove Mount into this team, when by playing Mount, you are affecting the chemistry and the progression of this team. This team can only progress and have chemistry and cohesiveness by same 11, and there is no excuse. This isn't a case of, oh, there are injuries or there are guys who are suspended. No. There is no argument you can make as to why you can't have a clear, concise lineup, because right now everybody is fit now. Because my thing is that with everybody fit, Mount doesn't play. Mount has no place in this team if everybody is fit, because there is no space for him, because he can't play on the wing because you offer nothing as a winger. You can't play in the center because that is already occupied by Kovacic, Kante, and Jorginho. So you now shoving him into this team, you're doing it to make a point. And the scary thing is that Lampard, you're trying to make a point as Chelsea manager. Your job isn't to try and get the best out of Mason Mount. Forget that. This isn't a development process. This is about winning now. And I saw something on Twitter. On Twitter. On Twitter, they're saying that your boy Bram is trying to say what's up to Allegri. Tell us right now, whether it's Allegri, Benitez, Santa Claus, Mickey Mouse, anybody is better than this dude. Because I am convinced now that Lampard is one of the worst managers I've ever seen. In terms of the basics, just basic decision making, basic tactical understanding, and decisions. He's not the worst, because there've been some crap ones, but he's definitely one of the worst managers as I've ever seen. And the fact that you now have your strongest team, so there are no excuses now. And there's no excuse of, oh, they need time. No. Forget that. There's nothing about need time. It's like you're making bad decisions. Lack of a preseason or a lack of time doesn't negate the fact that you're making just bad decisions. There is no excuse to play player out of their positions. You only do that if you have to. Hudson-Odoi is fully fit, and a fully fit Hudson-Odoi is 10 times better than a Mason Mount on the wing. So why aren't you playing him? Because in that first half, what you had were two ineffective wingers. Pulisic hasn't played on the right for a while. He's used to playing on the left, so he was finding it hard to figure out the logistics of now you're a winger. You can't cut in on your left. You now have to go in straight, and you now have to readjust your brain to that. And for Mason Mount, homeboy isn't even sniffing the byline. So you have a guy on the left side who he's not offering. All he's offering you is square passes, 1-2s, keeping hold of the ball, and getting a yellow card with a foul. That's all he's offering you. So for Lampard, if you're viewing that and you don't see that as an issue, you are a moron. You have to be a moron. There's nothing else. And again, for me, I'm going to say, because there are a lot of Chelsea fans out there where you are fanboys, and all you care about is being tribal. Oh my gosh, this is Chelsea. You're not a real fan. Now, I don't give a damn what Lampard did as a player. That is irrelevant. You are now a manager now, and I'm going to judge you as a manager. I'm not going to change my critique of you as a manager based on what you did as a player. You were an amazing player. Probably one of the greatest midfielders the Premier League has ever seen. But that's different. That's in the past. You are now a manager now, and as a manager, you're moving like a brick. You're moving like a Class A brick. So, if there was a winner in this game, it was Sevilla. Sevilla were the winners in this game, because for Sevilla, we're like, we don't have to win this game. We would like to, but we don't have to, because this game is away from home. Chelsea have to try and break us down, and Sevilla and Lopetegui's tactic was, I think they tried to win it at the end, but their tactic was, no, we don't have to come out. We're going to sit back. You come on to us. What's up? You come on to us. let's see what's up. And that's it. And that's it. So, but yeah, I don't know what this team, I don't know the identity of this Chelsea team. And I see serious issues because what I see happening is Lampard will be like, okay, let's go with Tammy. Oh, what about Giroud? Okay, let me put Werner as a striker. Let me put Werner outlet. Because the more you change, the less chance there is going to be a fixed system. And let's say Allegri comes in. If Allegri comes in, 2, 3, 4 games in, is like, no, this is my 11. I don't give a damn who he bought and everything because Allegri is a manager. And he knows that as a manager, you have to have a strict, precise, concise 11. Because Lampard still feels like if, oh, we're still developing. Hey, look, I'm the legend. I'll be given time to develop. Bro, Abramovich doesn't move like that. And you are foolish to believe that Abramovich is going to give you time to help in the process. Abramovich doesn't do process. He does wins. He does trophies. No, let's win right now. So, but look, the game for me was, like, as I told you, like, towards the end, I was watching the PSG Man U game a lot more than the Chelsea game because for Chelsea, like, I was like, nah, these guys are not scoring. Just pass. There is no connectivity whatsoever. And it just reminds me of what Danny T said. Because Danny T was like, did Chelsea need to buy Kai Havertz? He's a quality player, I get it. Did they need Kai Havertz? Because the introduction of Kai Havertz, it just complicates things. And if anything, it makes things a lot more difficult for Chelsea moving forward because you have a manager who is obsessed with changing. Obsessed with chop and change. And is so obsessed with chopping and changing, you're not going to have any kind of rhythm or semblance moving forward. You know? So that's the issue. And you see, you would just hope that, bruv, can you give Ziyech like 70 minutes, bruv? Can you please just start Ziyech from the start? Because yeah, he's been a while since he's been played any kind of first in football, but let's just have him for the start. Ziyech from the start, Pulisic from the start, Humber from the start. Because I said again, I'm already fed up with Lampard already. For me, sack this dude. Dude is a moron because the fact that this guy literally he played and started Man City again in a Champions League game. It's one thing doing it against Southampton in the Premier League. To do it in an opening Champions League game against Sevilla. This is Sevilla, the toughest team you will face in the group, and you're starting Mount, then there is something chronically wrong with you. So if you're telling me that as a manager, you look at Mount and say that he is a better option out on the left than Pulisic, he's a better option out on the right than Houghton Odoi, you have to be stupid. You have to be stupid. Either two things. Either you're stupid or you have a deep twisted agenda. If you have a deep twisted agenda, you're a frightening person because you are bringing an agenda to Chelsea Football Club. So you're like, I don't care about the betterment of Chelsea Football Club, i.e. the best possible team, the best players in their best positions. All I care about is that I have to try and get Man to succeed. Because he came from the academy, I have an agenda to make sure that he succeeds whatsoever. And to you doing that, you're mad. Like, there is something chronically wrong with you, man. So that's where I stand. I stand in sack Lampard, bring in a manager, get this team going, get a team that has a good, proper structure. Because this team is in need of an actual manager. Lampard was cool for last season. I think he did great last season. No transfer window, and he it's good for him just to, okay, you help to develop some young guys and so forth, but now your job is done because Chelsea are not winning a trophy with this dude. They're not winning a trophy with this dude. They're not moving forward with this dude. And Chelsea are a club of winning trophies. And if Chelsea want to win this Champions League, because Chelsea are not in here just to compete, they're in here to win this trophy. If they want to win this trophy, Lampard take a hike, bring in an experienced manager to try and get the best out of this team. And who can actually create a personality and a character for these boys, which is badly needed, man. But Homeboy really started months again. Shocking, absolutely shocking. All right, so Let's see. What are you guys saying? So let's do some Q&A, guys. Let's do some Q&A. Send in those cues, man. Send in those cues. Let's see whether I missed any. So what are we saying about the Us? So thank you from Mr. Nirmit Patel. Thank you, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Neymar wanted his own team. How's it going? Bro, you have your own team, bro. Your move will always be a failure if you don't deliver the CL. Cristiano's move to Juventus will always be a failure if it does not deliver the CL. And Juve, by the way, those guys look sketchy. Yes, they won 2-0. I watched their game. They look sketchy. Juve looks sketchy. And based on how Barcelona are playing, I think Barcelona are going to get that ass. So, guys, what did the US do? What did the US do? Because I heard that Fatih said, what's up? But did the US say, what's up as well? From the undisputed, PSG midfield without Marco and Paredes equals no creativity. True, but undisputed. Are you telling me that is an excuse that with the players they have, they can't beat Man United? Come on. Yes, those are key players and sort of, but are you telling me that because they didn't have Marco, who one of the best midfielders of his generation, because they didn't have Marco and Paredes, you can't beat Man United? You are that completely useless? Nah, come on, bro. Janabri has COVID, will miss the Athletic game. Thoughts? Oh, I mean, yeah, that's a big miss. That's a big miss. And you see, this is why Bayern Munich wanted Hudson-Odoi. And Hudson-Odoi, you should have forced the move, bro. You should have forced the move because you are being managed by a psychopath, man. You're being managed by a psychopath. Man United best attacking in Europe. No, I think you need to chill out there. From Martin Rosario, no Delict, Cristiano, Chiellini, off early, 1-2-0. Martin, who are you guys playing? You were playing the mighty Dynamo Kiev. So you're celebrating a 2-0 win over Dynamo Kiev, who were last relevant in the 90s. Come on, bro. Relax, man. I can't wait to slap Chelsea. The way things are looking, Chelsea should be very worried about that United game. Chelsea should feel very worried about that United game because Chelsea right now, I don't know. United, 2 wins, huge win against PSG. They've got to be worried, man. They've got to be worried. Shouldn't overlook PSG's absences tonight. Marquinhos, Bernat, Verratti, Paredes. You can't. Your PSG, you cannot use that as an excuse. So you're telling me that the mighty McTominay and Fred Flintstone should dominate you if you don't have those players? Nah. You are Champions League finalists. Neymar was on the pitch. Mbappe was on the pitch. Di Maria was on the pitch. The fact that those 3 guys were on the pitch and you were not able to actually score a goal because PSG did not score a goal. That was a Martial own goal. So you were unable to actually score a goal in 90 minutes with Neymar, Mbappe, Di Maria on that pitch. That's worrying. That is very worrying indeed. So yeah, man, that's very worrying indeed, man. When is the Clasico though? Is it this weekend or I think it's next weekend, isn't it? So wait, what did the Usman do? What did the Us do? The Us! Wow. But look, it's who these guys? Ferencvaros, man. So the Us said what's up. Man. The Us said what's up. Haters hate. Oh, it's this weekend. Oh, snap. Okay. Wow. I'm done expecting things from Chelsea until Lampard gets sacked. Chelsea fans do not expect anything from Chelsea. Look, for me, people will be like, okay, it's a bit harsh, it's too much, and so forth. It doesn't look good. Now, this could be similar to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer because, bro, Andre, we could be in a situation where they beat United. They beat either, is it Rennes or Krasnodar next week, and they go on like on a 5-6 game winning run, and then it could be very different. So it could be very different, but I'm just saying long term, whether they go on a good run or so, I don't see a trophy. And Abramovich only speaks trophy. That's the only language he speaks. He speaks Russian and he also speaks trophy as well. But he mainly speaks trophy. And I don't see this team under Lampard getting a trophy because this guy just he's a rookie. And he's just showing far too many rookie tendencies, man. Way too many rookie tendencies. So what are you guys saying about the games tomorrow? What are you guys saying about the games tomorrow? Barcelona beats Farmers FC. You see, look, 5-1 is still 5-1. And you can only beat what is in front of you. But for me, I'm all about degree of difficulty. So, as good as that was and everything, I'm like, what does it really say, man? All right, let's actually just see some of these results. Let's look at some of the results. So, sorry, let me zoom in. There we go. So, Club Brugge 2-1, Juve 2-0, Leipzig, yeah, that makes sense, 2-0, Rennes, Krasnodar 1-0, 3-1 Lazio, but they were at the crib. So Chelsea, so let me actually see this 3. So Haaland, look, man, this guy is going to start. This guy is going to be a big striker, man. Because for me, like, he could definitely be a good bet to put in as top. You see, I say, could he be top striker in the Champions League? I don't know. Because Dortmund are not going to go very, very far. So, but he still could be. Because Dortmund will get out of this group. So if they reach the quarters, Haaland could be a good bet to be top scorer. So Ciro Immobile, Marvin Hitz, and Jean-Daniel Akpro. Okay. But as again, like Dortmund under Lucien Favre, those guys are going nowhere fast, man. Those guys are going nowhere fast. All right, what are we saying? Please don't spam mods, man. Time out any guys that spam the chats, man. Sands should have come to United. No. Because I still feel that he's been developed. He's developing very well where he's at Dortmund. Now, Dortmund are not going to go and do anything, but that's not the issue. I think Sancho, once he reaches like 25, 26, then he should make the move. I think he should just be at Dortmund because it's a good environment for him to keep improving, man. So, oh, did I miss a super chat? Okay, so from Martin Rosario says that you think Barca get that ass on Juve, lay off the kush. Martin Rosario, bro. Let's see. Based on the evidence, watching Juve, then watching Barcelona, I believe Barcelona win. I believe they win. But look, man, it's going to be cool. We'll see. But Juve don't impress me much, man. From Mohamed Marjan says, PK and Longley have signed a new contract. You see, Barcelona, you are not going to sniff it through. Well, specifically the CL. La Liga, maybe, but you're not going to sniff the CL if Longley and PK are your two main centre backs. Bro, that's not happening. Bro, that's just not going to work. It's just not going to work, bro. If those are your two main dudes, it ain't work. It ain't going to work for you at all. Hell no. Because PK is finished. Peak PK was 6-7 years ago. And Longley, let's just keep it real. Longley is at best a tier 3 defender. Nothing more. A tier 3 defender. Can Man United win the Champions League? No. Let's keep it real. I think the furthest they can go, I think quarters max. It really should be last 16 max. It really should be last 16 max. But maybe the furthest is if they get lucky, they maybe get like a lucky draw in the second round. I don't see them going past the quarters because quarters is when you now have real teams now. Is when you now have real teams. But my thing this is that look, they've beaten PSG. So if they can win this group, then maybe they win this group, they get a favorable draw in the next round. Who knows? Who knows? But to win the Champions League, hell no. Hell no. You see, guys, let's just keep it real. Yes, they beat PSG. Yes, they beat the finalists. But don't be reactionary merchants. All because they beat the finalists who had many players missing. You can't now take the leap and be like, oh my gosh, can they win the... No. But this Champions League does feel a lot more open than previous ones, though. I'll tell you that, man. Spurs went to the final. Why can't we? That was lucky. And that whole thing of how Tottenham went to the final was by fluke. Now, look, it's football. Anything can happen. Anything can happen in football. And that is the beauty about football. Who would have thought what Liverpool did in that second half against AC Milan? Who would have thought flipping what your boy Uncle Moo, what up baby, did with your boys FC Porto in 04? So there are chances of that happening. And I'm just giving my assessments. So maybe to rephrase, yeah, it's a possibility. It's definitely a possibility because they have the players too. Like someone like, let's say, Ren, there is a 0% chance. For United, I'd give it like maybe like a 10 or 11, like 12% chance of them winning it. So yeah, they do have a chance, but it's minimal because there are much better teams out there than them, you know. But I said again, this win, you have to give them that dub, man. You have to give them that dub with this man. And no. They would like if PSG got into Europa, the club would fold. The club would fold. The club should already fold, but the club would 100% fold if they went into Europe. But look, guys, we always do this. Every time there's like this big shocking results, people make these shocking claims. So now PSG are not going to go into Europa. United are not going to win the Champions League. Guys, come on, it's one game. It's one game. Okay, we've had many kind of shocks and shocking games. Let's just see how the other games go. Now, let's now see how United now do against the other two sides. You know, because if United now beats PSG in this game and they now lose their next two games, then these results would have been for nothing. So it's not how well you do in one game, it's how well you do in the 6 games. It's how well you do in those 6 games. All right, let's see, what are you saying? What do you mean? Mbappe is now a tier 3 player. Do you agree? No, for me, I think he still deserves tier 2 status based on his talent. So I think tier 2 is the right status. But, you know, he might be flirting with upper tier 3, but I just think to be respectful, let's keep him at tier 2. Because look, the talent is there, but I just see there's like a lack of discipline. And I just think there is not enough guidance for him. Which is why it goes back to the whole Sancho point. When you're young and you need to develop, you must be in the right club with the right manager. You see, PSG is a club for when you are the finished article. Hence why it is a perfect club for Neymar. Because it's about finished article. We're not here to improve players. We're not here to coach players here. We're not here to take players into the process. We're here to give you the finished article. So for an Mbappe, it would make sense for him to have either remained at Monaco or gone to, let's say, like a Dortmund where, you know, this is about building guys, processing guys, and this is a good coaching setup and so forth. But PSG are not about a process. They're about, look, win now. Similar to Chelsea. Abramovich did not build an orphanage. He didn't build a place where, these young guys, and we're going to help them across this process and we're going to help them develop them. No. It's about, no, we're here to win now. And Bram is all about winning now. So, guys, what are we saying about the games tomorrow, man? Ajax, Liverpool, and Atletico Bayern. I want to hear scores. 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 And it's a good thing I did invite Red Devil Studio and that dude on here, man. Heck no. So these guys will start speaking all this tradadash. Chelsea without Uncle Mo and Drogba would be a team full of Russian all-diggers who eat rations. Lampard without Drogba is a bomb. No, look, I would not call him a bomb, but Lampard definitely depended on Essien, Makelele, and Drogba, because we saw Lampard when he didn't have those players, and we saw how he flopped for England at the Euros and at the World Cup. So 100% he needed those guys for sure. But that still doesn't negate the amount of goals that he scored as a midfielder. So you have to give him the door that as a midfielder, like as an attacking midfielder, like Lampard was revolutionary, man. Lampard was revolutionary. Liverpool 4-0. You see, now I'm now worried about, because I said that, this is going to be the Liverpool's group. That's going to be like the most entertaining group of the Champions League. But I'm not seeing a pattern. Anytime I hype up a game, the game turns out being trash. That's the thing. So now I'm just going to say, you know what? I hope we have a good game. I hope and I pray that we have a good game. That's also what I'm going to say. Like, see, Atletico Bayern, for me, that's going to be like a chess match. You know, that's going to be a chess match. But I feel Bayern at home at the crib, they will edge them. You know, they'll just about edge them. So, from Mohammed Marjan says that thoughts on Ozil playing for Arsenal's under 23. Look, the Ozil thing is wild, bro. That's wild. Like, he has been removed from the Europa League squad. He's been removed from the Premier League squad. Stuff is just messed up, and it's like. But my thing about it is that even if they do that, even if they make him play in the reserves, in the under nines, he's still getting paid 300,000 a week. Do you know how crazy that is? To be paid 300,000. So you're being paid 300,000 a week just to kick a ball around, not in a 12-match situation, just to kick a ball around, man. So, but the Ozil thing is crazy. Like, I mean, Arsenal have just said that, okay, if you're not going to leave, we're going to just make it as difficult for you as possible. So, Trincao and Coutinho are ballers, HH. Let's see what they do next week against you, Juventus. I am not going to judge you against Ferencváros. I think that's the Hungarian team. No. Because those are guys you're there to pimp. And you are expected to pimp those guys. I am only here to judge you on so basically I'm only here to judge you on those on the big games. So against Juventus, if Trincao Coutinho ball, I'll give you that dub. Because again, what did they do against Sevilla? Not so much. So I need you to say what's up. All right, what are we saying, man? Honestly, that's not even funny. It's not disrespect to the most high-profile player this decade. Yeah, but look, they just don't want to pay. I mean, it's too much. I mean, like, it is crazy. It is crazy what is happening. But it's like, it's just really weird, because you're like a dude who. So imagine you're paying an under 23 player 300,000 a week. That is literally what Arsenal are doing. You're paying a reserve player who isn't part of the first team squad 300,000 a week. And my thing is that, what is Ozil supposed to do? Is Ozil supposed to be like, oh no, I don't want the cash. You can take the cash. Fuck no, man. Heck no. So that's my thing, man. But look, man, well done to Ole. Well done to Oli. Like, dude, I was ready to say you're getting sacked in December. I was ready to be like, you know what, you're getting sacked, get lost. Bro, like, they played well. They played well, like they outplayed PSG. And to do that away from home, like, which is why I just say football is just crazy. But I'm not fake. Well done to Oli and so forth. But if United want to move forward, it's you can't do it with Ole. United are not moving forward. And in terms of to win a trophy, like we now want to get back to the standard of Ferguson, you're not gonna do it, So it just depends. If you're just happy to be competitive, cool. If you want to win something, you need a better manager. Same thing with Chelsea. Chelsea are going nowhere with Lampard. Nowhere. They're going nowhere with Lampard. And this isn't a case of like, oh wow, look at how good he did it despite. Look at how good he did because no. Chelsea aren't a team that punch above their weight. Chelsea are Chelsea. That is why Abramovich invested so much into this team because he's like, no, we're not here to compete. We're here to win. We're here to win. And for Abramovich, it's like, what do I have to invest into this team to ensure that we're winning? To ensure, we're putting in the money to win. And that's what Homeboy wants to do, man. So that is the real shebang, man. That is the real shebang. All right, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Ole is world class. No. One game doesn't prove world class. No, what Ole is he uses witchcraft. And his witchcraft gets him penalties and makes him beat big teams. So it's actually pretty good witchcraft. And I think that's witchcraft is because this guy should have been sacked. He should have been sacked some time ago, but his witchcraft and his white magic is still keeping him in the job. So well done to whoever his juju doctor is. Ole over Lampard any day. Yeah. Lampard is one of the worst managers I've ever seen. I have never seen a manager make the kinds of decisions that he makes. Like, his decisions are nonsensical. Like, it's like if he actively makes decisions that are brainless and makes no sense. So Solskjaer, yeah, I still think Solskjaer is a rookie. I think he's out of his depth, but he is a better manager than Lampard. So, because I think he even has more experience than Lampard does. Like I said, like Lampard is like a guy where like you're changing centre backs, you're changing team personnel, you're doing this, you're doing that. You're like, bro, just get lost, man. Just get lost, man. Barca needs a new centre back, bro. That's what I've been saying. Longley is an average defender. He's decent at best, decent. And I think Deschamps is on drugs playing Longley ahead of Laporte. What he has against Laporte, I have no flipping idea. And PK, he's no longer at his peak anymore. So maybe they tried to get a defender that they couldn't, but Barcelona have needed, because Umtiti has been injured. That's been an issue, but Barcelona have needed a good quality centre back for at least 3, 4, 5 years now. They've not had one. Because don't deny how important Puyol was to the team. Because Puyol was a very good, Puyol was a stalwart tier 2 defender. A stalwart tier 2 defender. So put some respect on Puyol's, because Puyol was that dude. He was that dude, man. Why has Lampard not been made a scholar? Bro, the way this dude is moving, see, he's coming close to being a scholar. Right now, he's class A. Right now, he's firmly in that class A category. But the way that he's moving, it's moving. Thoughts on Peter Cech being included in the 25-man Premier League squad? Are Chelsea that desperate? Yes. The simple answer to that is yes. Chelsea are that desperate because you are dealing with a dude who is trash, and by trash I mean Kepa. And I said this long time, like me and Danny T on Talk Talk, so we said long ago that, wait a minute, Peter Cech, we have two trash keepers. One keeper who is total garbage. While this is a crisis, you can still keep. And you are paid to be in service of Chelsea. Get your ass back into training, get your ass back into shape, and get into the squad. So if something happens to either a Mendy or a Caballero, you're between the sticks. So 1000%, it is a cause for emergency. And yes, it's desperation. Yes, it's desperation. Now what? So it's crazy, man. But look, as I said again, like guys, my Lampard is because what's it called? Because me and Danny T, we're launching our Chelsea podcast this Thursday called Complicated Chelsea, the Complicated Chelsea podcast, and we're gonna keep it real. So it's I think it's gonna drop like every Thursday or every Friday. We record this Thursday, and there needs to be a fully real, unfiltered Chelsea podcast where it's not about fanboys, it's about keeping it 100% real, straight down to the core, addressing all the issues with this club, boom, sort it out, because like right now, like Lampard, he's annoying me. Even when I see his face, it annoys me, and I've got nothing against Mount. Mount seems like an alright guy. I have nothing personal against Mount, but every time I see Mount, he now begins to annoy me. Because I'm like, I know it's not your fault, but just seeing you on this pitch, just running around aimlessly, doing nothing, it's annoying. It's absolutely annoying, man. It's absolutely annoying. But look, man, I believe in the Us, guys. I believe in the Us, and I will always believe in the Us. And all the Us needs is just an arm around his shoulder. He just needs someone to believe in him. And if he has someone who believes in him, I believe that the Us can rise. He can rise like a phoenix, man. He can rise like a phoenix. That's all he needs, man. Oopsie. Just follow me on Twitter and all will be revealed. Follow me on Twitter, and obviously I'll announce it on YouTube and so forth, but we're just working at the kinks and so forth. Well, it will be on the Talking Tactics YouTube page, but I will, on this YouTube and on my Twitter, I'll announce where you can listen to it, because it will be on Spotify and iTunes and all that good stuff. All that good stuff, man. It'll be all there, man. Sevilla should be respected. How far can they go in the CL? This is the thing with Sevilla. The way that Chelsea are operating and the kind of mess up stuff that they're playing, they should win this group. And at the moment, they're looking like they could actually win this group because Chelsea are not serious. Sevilla are a really good team. Very well coached. But I think, they're just a very good team. But in the CL, you need that superstar. You need that difference maker. You need that dude who is separate and can take you guys to that next level. And I don't think they have that dude. Hence why it's like a last 16 max for them. I don't see them getting past the last 16. Personally, now, if they get an easy team, then maybe quarters. But quarters, I don't even know. But I think last 16 max for them, really. Because I'm like, they're not a Europa League team. Because if you're continually finishing in the top four and you really are amongst the best four teams in Spain, you're not a Europa League team, you're a Champions League team. Now, or because you're a Champions League team doesn't mean that you win the Champions League, but you're a Champions League team. So, but Juve have a Cristiano, Barca have a Fati, Bayern have a Lewandowski. They don't have they don't have a world-class, world-star player. Ocampos is a real good player. De Jong is high. But these are not world-class tier 2, upper tier 2, tier 1 guys. Like, there are no tier 1, upper tier 2 guys in their team. So if you don't have that, you're going to have to hope you have like a run like an FC Porto. Because FC Porto didn't have any really true star guys. I mean, they might have had, I think they had Deco and Carvalho. So, yeah, I don't even think Sevilla have a player or players as good as Carvalho or Deco, which is what Uncle Mu had for FC Porto. So it's going to be very difficult for them to win it. So I don't see them going past last 16. I think if they get to the quarters, that would be an amazing achievement. So for me, I'd say last 16 max. Last 16 max for them. All right, what do I got? Look, man, Lionel is there, man. Lionel is there, man. Used to smile when watching Chelsea. Now I'm just pissed and waiting for us to F ourselves over. Well, bro, like I will admit with you, it was hard watching that game. It was hard watching that game because I was like, there's nothing happening here. This just seems very like bleh. That's what it was. It just seemed very bleh. Very, very blur indeed, because you're like, okay, what's happening? What's popping off? There was nothing popping off. There was absolutely nothing popping off. And just the biggest issue is there's a lack of an identity. And if you don't have an identity, it is literally inshallah. It's literally inshallah in every game. Because you have to have an identity if you're going to win anything. You can't just put guys out and just hope to win. So it's the thing, man. If the Chelsea players were really those dudes, they do it even with Lampard. Have I ever compared Havertz, Timo Werner, Ziyech to Romario, Ronaldo, Rivaldo? Have I? Hazard? No. I say they are really good players. None of these guys are tier 1 guys. None of them are tier 1 guys or these superstar guys. So as good as they are, and they are very talented. Because trust me, I see it's a very talented attacking group. They need guidance. They need coaching. And you're not going to get that guidance and coaching from your boy Lampard, because your boy Lampard, I think, mentally, it's not really walking him through. But guys, let's address Rashford. So what are we saying? So are we calling Rashford world class? And where are we ranking Rashford? Are we ranking Rashford upper tier 2? Are we ranking Rashford? Because like where are we ranking him now? Because we can't just call him the second coming of Christ because he scored a winning goal against PSG. Now, give him his dub. I give him his respect. But where are we now ranking this dude? That's my thing. Hey, relax, man. Go easy on Kante. Easy, man. That's my captain. That's my captain there, man. Tier 2. Rashford tier 2. That's Rashford the next. You see, for me, whoa, relax. Upper tier. You see, for me, I still feel upper tier 3. Upper tier 3 is a more respectable ranking for the dude, man. I think anything beyond there, like, we're having a laugh, man. Anything beyond there, we're having a laugh. Because look, Rashford, there is a lot of qualities that Rashford have. He is a quality player, and obviously that his shooting technique is damn good. But what I want from him is in those big games, can you be called upon to perform those roles big games? Because for me, I'm a degree of difficulty merchant. Degree of that's something I am obsessed with degree of difficulty. Like if you ball against sideshows and carpenters, I don't give a damn. You need to ball against the best possible opposition and the highest opposition. Because if not balling against those guys, then screw you. Screw you. Um, I'm seeing a lot of Kante chat. And you guys know how much I love Kante, man. Because I think Kante is one of the most intelligent players in the world. Nobody can read the game the way that Kante does. And I just think that he's just a very, very smart player. But you can definitely see that it's not the same kind of effective Kante that Chelsea once had. And my thing is, and I think even me and Dennis were talking about it on Talking Tactics, and we're like, dude may just be fatigued. And I think it's a case of where, because you can see like maybe passes go astray, he may be overrunning the ball, losing the ball, dispossessed here and there, spending too much time on the ball, not being aware of somebody trying to tackle him. And it could just be a case of where, you know what, let him just chill, rest him, give him a rest. But my thing though is that if you now give him a rest, and we're now left with Kovacic and Jorginho, I don't trust that. So it shows you how important Kante is, because can Chelsea afford not to have Kante in the team? If it's just Kovacic and Jorginho, bro, I don't, because what Kante does defensively is so key. His interceptions is so key. Him breaking plays okay, which is what made Makelele that dude. Which will make Makelele so crucial for Chelsea, because that guy that plays the Makelele role is huge. But Kante just I think he needs a rest. I think Kante needs a rest. I think he just needs a rest. And anybody saying he's too good for Chelsea, shut up. Shut up, you losers, man. Shut up. Okay. Don't talk that crap. Okay, he's in a Champions League winning club. Okay, so don't give me that crap. Because look, I told you, man, I want this CL, man. And see, the only reason I want a Lampard side is because I don't believe he can deliver the CL for Chelsea. That's the main reason. I do not know how Lampard, as a manager, as a tactician, can win Chelsea the CL. And if Chelsea are not winning the CL, you need to chop and change. You need to chop and change. You need to chop and change. Yeah, I mean, look, my excitement for Kai Havertz was Chelsea making big moves. That was my excitement. Like, you know what? So it was more about Abramovich flexing rather than Kai Havertz. Go to my videos. When Kai Havertz was at Leverkusen, guys were hyping him up. I said, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? Because I always use the eye test. For me, the eye test never fails me. The eye test always rings true. And the eye test said, HH, this guy is talented, but he's not a superstar. This guy is not sniffing Sancho, he's not sniffing Fati, he's not sniffing the Us, he's not sniffing Hazard. Okay, those are the dudes you're looking for, like Hazard, Fati, Sancho. That's the future. And those are the future guys you should really looking forward. So, but Chelsea got him. And I believe that Chelsea, it is actually going to be detrimental for Chelsea having Havertz, because now it's who do you play? And you may just and if you keep on changing the mother effing team every freaking time, it's just going to be annoying. It's going to be annoying. And look, Danny T was right, man, because Danny T said that, wait, did Chelsea really need Havertz? Did they really need Havertz? The issue for Chelsea last season was defending. So my thing was get a keeper, get a defender, get a left back. Get that. And then let the attack sort itself out. Because I'm not sure. See, for me, I don't think the lineup of Werner as striker works. I think you need to put Werner on the left, and I think Chelsea just needs to have either Giroud or Tammy in there. And then the issue now is where do you now fit in Pulisic? But you see, that's the issue. So if Havertz wasn't there, then you can have maybe Pulisic at the number 10 or Pulisic on the left, maybe have Werner on the right, and you have Ziyech in the middle. So it's basically I just see more issues moving forth, and I'm not sure whether Lampard has any idea how to sort this flipping issues, man. Hey, easy. The guy scored a hat trick in a game, man. Okay. The guy scored a hat trick in a game. Don't start coming up with that nonsense, man. Okay. So he's not a flop, okay? Because we've had. How can he be a flop after 6 games into the season? Griezmann is a flop. No, he's a flop. Like, I don't care what happens the rest of the season. I can almost bet you and put money down that Griezmann 100% is a flop. But Havertz, it's only been a few games. It's only been a few games for Havertz. All right? And my thing is that if Lampard hopefully gets sacked, Chelsea get Klopp, because I'm hearing that apparently Klopp isn't so happy with Liverpool and so forth. So Chelsea gets Klopp. He brings in maybe like a Robertson or a Trent or so forth. Gets better out of Havertz because Klopp is German, knows those are German guys. Chelsea are cooking. Chelsea are cooking good, man. Chelsea cooking good. And trust me, I'm working on that thing right now. I'm working on getting Lampard out of there, bringing in your boy Klopp. It's going to happen soon. Thank you very much for super chat. So I'm Chicken. Thank you, bro. It says, do you think Neymar will win a CL with PSG? No. Their chance and their only chance was last season. That was their chance. I don't even think that they'd ever make it the CL final. But their only chance was last season. And they messed up. It's not happening. I don't think it's happening. And I think especially on today's evidence, I just don't think that they'll be able to go on that run again to the final because maybe Neymar gets injured in one game. Maybe Mbappe flops. I just like this. It's PSG. PSG are not a real club, which is why I really believe that they would never even make the final. So the fact that they made the final is wow, congrats. But I don't see it happening. But there is no reason why they shouldn't. So that's the thing. There is no reason why they shouldn't because you have the players. You have the flipping players. So oh, here we go. Back your manager. He makes a mistake, but today he focused on the defense, baby steps. I don't think you know who Abramovich is, and I don't think you know what modern Chelsea is. This isn't Ajax. This isn't. This. Wait, how the hell do you know my Xbox is on? What the hell? Oh, is it through my shades? So yeah, this isn't. Oh, that was creepy. This isn't Ajax. Okay. This isn't Dortmund, where it's about, there's no time for baby steps. Baby steps was the last season. And why are you feeling you have to focus on the defense when this is a Champions League opening game and you're at home? You have to win the game. Because Sevilla weren't looking to win the game. Okay? So because remember, this isn't like Sevilla were like, okay, if you can win the game, cool, but Sevilla were like, no, we are going to ensure that. So they came with a much more conservative approach. So For Chelsea, but no, you have to go out and attack and win the game. Okay? Because Sevilla are not coming in there. So you have to press high and go out and win the game. What my friend is, yes, clean sheets, all good. That is definitely a step in the right direction. Why is Mount starting? So you, my friend, same time, please tell me, give me a rational explanation as to why Mason Mount started this game. Please tell me. So guys, 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes. 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes. Hit it. 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. 10 minutes, man. Got 10 minutes left, man. 10 minutes left, man. Let's ride. These minutes, man. Would Pochettino be a good manager for Chelsea? Would Pochettino be a good manager for Chelsea? He'd be better than Lampard. Let's start there. If it's between him or Lampard, 100%. Now, in a vacuum, no. Because I think that Chelsea needs to play attacking football and entertaining football, and Pochettino is much more of a pragmatist. So that's why for me, if I wouldn't go straight for an Allegri, I wouldn't go straight for a Pochettino. But if they're the only managers on the table, and it's either them or you stick with Lampard, 100% I'd go with Allegri or Pochettino, because these guys are proven managers and they're proven to be good at their job, as opposed to Lampard, who hasn't really been proven to be good at his job. But I would want a much more sassy, look, just get Klopp in there, man. Or Nagelsmann. I would not mind Nagelsmann, man. I would really not mind Nagelsmann. What else we say, man? Morata might just be the foil to Cristiano that Juventus have been missing. You see, I said that, Chelsea signing Morata proved to be wrong. Pairing Morata with a goal scorer is a smart move. The mistake is if Morata is a main goal scorer. Nah. But the thing about Morata is that he is a good player. He's a real good footballer. And he has a knack of getting those clutch Gs. So if you just pair Morata with a goal scorer, I think it can work. But my issue, though, culture, is there just seems to be deeper issues with the Juve team. Because I watched the dynamic. First of all, you drew against Crotone. Who the hell are Crotone? You drew against Crotone, and Juventus, for me, their performance against Thingy, it didn't really pop off. For me personally, it didn't. That performance did not really pop off at all. So I was like, this seems a little bit sketchy, man. A little bit sketchy. Guys, remember to like that video. Like that video and subscribe. 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 Hit the sub button. Subscribe. Like the video and subscribe. Like the video and subscribe. No. That Juve game was. That's why I went and got something to eat, and I was pretty much doing other stuff while it was in the background. It wasn't good. That Juve game wasn't good, man. It wasn't good at all, bro. But look, man. I mean, I'm gonna go out here. I'm gonna basically after this. I want to watch the highlights of the Barca game. I want to watch the highlights of that Barca game and see what's happening. Because my thing is Barca fans, don't put too much pressure on Ansu Fati. Please, don't put so much pressure on Ansu Fati, man. Do not do it, man, because the dude is still 17. And we've now seen what is happening with Mbappe. I don't want to tempt fate. I don't want to do things around, but because I don't want to even put it into the universe. I'm never going to say anything. I don't want to go into the universe. I don't even want to say anything, man. So what do we say tomorrow, man? Ajax, Liverpool, Bayern against actually Liverpool, Bayern against Atletico. I mean, Ajax, Liverpool should be fun. It's just that Ajax, lost so many of their key guys. I just feel that both teams will score. I think there'll be big goals. But Liverpool just have better finishers. You know? So because Liverpool have better finishers, Liverpool will say what's up. But please, 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 let's at least have a good game. That's just at least what I'm hoping for. Let's at least have a nice, good, entertaining, cool game. So, yeah, no, I heard about Gnabry. Yeah, so apparently, he has COVID, isn't it? So he's out. Well, Firmino is under review at the moment. And say what you will about Immobile and so forth. Didn't he finish the highest scorer in Europe last season? I believe he did. Penalties or not, I believe he finished the highest goal scorer in Europe last season. But he's more of a goal scorer. Firmino is much more of like defensive forward, linkman and everything. So they're both strikers, but they play different roles. And what is required of them is different. But Immobile is doing his job. Firmino ain't doing his job, because Firmino, you're not scoring, you're not providing, you're not facilitating. So what is it that you're actually doing to help this team? I have no idea. Man. I have no idea. So what game is everyone watching tomorrow then? So is everyone watching the Ajax Liverpool game, or are people watching the Atletico Bayern? Because I'm not actually seeing Atletico this season though. So I want to see what they look like. And people talking about Coutinho's ball is back. Clasico this weekend. Let's see how he does in the Clasico this weekend. Okay, because how he does in the Clasico this weekend will then tell me, all right, okay, you're that dude. You're okay. I give you the dub, man. I'll give you the flipping dub. So it's all dependente. Well, the Real Madrid game is early. So Bayern, Real, Bayern. Hey, Nats, of course you're watching the big FC Porto against Man City, and you should sacrifice FC Porto. Let's keep it real, man. So let's keep it real. You should keep it real, man. Europe's best attack versus Europe's best. Yeah. Basically, which is why it's going to be like a tight game, because Atletico, away from home, these guys are not going to come out. So these guys are going to now make it very, very difficult for Bayern to break them down, which is why it's going to be like one goal in it. Either it's going to be like a 1-1 or a 1-0, but I'm going to just stick with a 1-0. Like Bayern will wear them out. They'll just find a way of breaking them down, but it's going to be a long, difficult game for Bayern Munich. Like they'll have the possession, they'll control the game. But my thing is that if Gnabry is out, man, that is a big loss. That is a big loss, man. So that is a huge, huge loss. Guys, man, thank you for joining your boy Half to the Hope here for this post-match stream. Remember, guys, follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Halfaport to watch the streams with me. So to watch the matches with me tomorrow, make sure you're following me on Twitch, because so we can do a watch long and so forth. So you can see my lovely reactions as the games happen live. So follow me on Twitch. Follow me on Twitch, man. So guys, peace out. Stay true. LSG is LSG. Rashford, we salute you. Obi-Wan Bissaka, we salute you. The Lampard and Mount marriage is frightening and very, very, very scary indeed. Peace out, stay true, and stay black, guys. Peace. Thanks for watching the vid. And remember to head to the official website for the latest on my blog, rankings, breaks, and the Hall of Fame on HalfHopeFootballHot.com. gmail.com.